Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Underclock podcast, where we talk about nerdy stuff, because that's what we do.
Because we're nerds.
Um, exactly. As always, Coop here, and this would be my left,
Yep.
is the guy who actually woke up today, Mr. Viking. Say hello.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, no. Hi.
Uh, with the snazzy hat. We're
You're the
in the
one that
same hat
wasn't here
again.
last week.
That's well. Did you do something last week?
No.
Oh well, then neither were you, dude.
Yeah, well, you weren't here at all in general.
Well, and
'Cause
we'll
why-
get to
'cause-
why that is.
No, we're going to talk about that one now. Why weren't you
Oh, right
here
now?
last
Okay.
Why weren't you here last
Well, I wasn't here last weekend because I was at a Iron Man marathon of the pre-release for War of the Spark for MTG. So, like 5 different draft tournaments, and then the final one was a team draft tournament. So I got to handle a whole shitload of cards. And something that I found out right away is that it's not 12 planeswalkers, it's 36
36?
planeswalkers. Yes. And almost all of them are actually commons, like they're not even like legendary or rare cards, like they're just like in our pre I don't know about actual packs because I didn't buy any packs separately, but in our pre-release packs, so there were 6 packs and then you had to make your deck with whatever you got, right? Each pack inside the pre-release kit had a planeswalker. So every box had at least 6 planeswalkers in it.
Fuck, right.
So, but it's cool because they're not like some of the other planeswalkers. Like their abilities are fucking ridiculous and overpowered. These ones aren't as ridiculous, but coupled together they're really sick. So you could have one that's like, he has a passive ability that all your creatures have menace, and his ability is only a negative. So you can only use his ability like twice, where it's like I don't know, like add a +1/+1 to target creature, and that's a -1, but he only has like or -2, but he only has 5 total, so you can only drop it twice. You can't even kill him with his own loyalty. So the reason you do that is because now the opponent has to target them, or all your creatures have menace, because it's a permanent sort of thing. So when you've got like 3 or 4 of these planeswalkers down, all with their passive abilities on, it gets fucking crazy. Like you can have like vigilance, menace, and flying to all creatures because the planeswalkers you have down or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's the way you couple them is really cool. That's like an entirely new meta of the game that didn't really exist before. So it's pretty fucking cool, and the cards are pretty dope. You can actually see them over my head. That red box
Red
and all the
box.
other little boxes there.
Yeah.
Or no, wait, I'm looking the wrong way. Basically, everything on my dining room table behind me is a dickload of Magic cards, and the red box is actually sitting on top of another black box that has 3 boxes inside of it.
Oh, fucking hell. Mine's
Yeah,
not
like
even that big. But, like, I'll read some of the cards. Some of the cards are kind of cool.
there's this one called something of Vitsugazi. It's called like the Mirage of Vitsugazi or something, and what it does is it changes one of your land cards into a 9/9 creature land card that can still be tapped for land, but is also a 9/9 creature.
Right.
So, and then there's a Nisa is one of the planeswalkers, and what she can do is every turn she can change one of your lands into a 3/3 creature that's also still a land. So if you've got like a green-black deck, you can basically make your entire mana set at least 3/3 creatures with I think they've got like lifelink or something, and you can have up to 4 of your lands be a 9/9. So if you don't stop that train, like they can get out of hand really fast. It's really fucking sweet. I use that in the second tournament, I think. But yeah, there's some of the combos are pretty ridiculous. Like a lot of the cards themselves aren't very strong. Like individually, they're not that great, but coupled together, like
You
fuck
get
man,
great
the actual
combos.
exactly like it was hard in the draft because you can only use what you have in your hands, right? So a lot of times they can make a deck and it'd be like, this is okay, but I know that this card, and this card put in my real deck at home is gonna be fucking monstrous.
Yeah.
So because I have a shitload of cards, I haven't made a deck with everything I've got yet, but I have enough cards to probably make some juicy decks. I'm probably gonna do at some point over the next couple of days.
I'm definitely working on a new commander deck. My mate, because we're playing cards here on Friday night, my time.
Mm.
We just play commanders, and my mate, I only have one commander deck, and it's just the dickiest move deck you could ever do.
That's about right.
My mate has a combo deck where he can make infinite combos of copies of like tokens and shit.
Oh, fuck.
So he's like, copy this card, copy this card. This card copies this card, but this card copies this card, but this card copies this card. And like, it's like infinite combos. Because what he does...
Infinite loops of...
Because it's obviously like tap, right? You have to tap this creature to make a copy of
Yeah.
this creature and tap this creature to make a copy. But because he's making so many copies of it, he can just keep tapping them.
Oh,
So
you just tap whatever you made before.
Yeah. Because it keeps the abilities. So he made, I think it was, but they're only 2/2 monsters, but he made like 1,000 of them.
Oh my god.
So he just goes, yeah, there's 1,000 on the board right now. And I'm like, that's cool. And then I just go, I had Earthquake. Deal 2 damage to each creature and each player.
Yikes.
And they're all 2/2 creatures.
It's like Gates of Blaze, just like field wipe.
Yeah, it was an instant too, so it's like board wipe your field. And he's like, oh, you fuck.
In Commander, can you only have one of each card?
Yeah, you can only have one of each card, except for
one of each card.
Except for land, you can have as much basic land as you
want. Well, right, yeah. Dude,
But
those decks must be fucking hard to make though. It seems so hectic. Like
that's what I mean. Like with mine, it's all just cards that are like, you just summoned a heap of monsters. No, fuck you. There goes your board. Mine's all board wipes and like just dealing heaps of damage over time. So like my commander,
right.
is just he's a legendary enchantment creature because you have to have a legendary creature as your commander. Yeah. So I have a legendary enchantment creature which I can still use. And what happens is if I don't have a devotion of a certain colors more than the number, he comes on the board as an enchantment instead of creature. So he stays in the enchantment place and he's just dealing 2 damage to each person unless they sacrifice a creature.
Okay.
So it's like, do you want to take 2 damage or sack a creature? And they're like, I'll take 2.
Dude, have you seen the new Nico Bolas
yeah.
Planeswalker? Dude, he's fucked.
Yeah, I've seen that one. And then
each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or Planeswalker loses the game.
I'm making a deck around
what
that.
the fuck?
I'm making a
Are
deck
you really?
Yeah, there's another card where if you have over 40 life, you win the game. That's not from the War of Spark, that's an older card. But
yeah.
So I'm making a life gain deck where I just win the game if I have a certain amount of life. So then in other words,
that's sick.
So people can't let me gain life, pretty much.
That's insane.
And Nico Bolas, I think I wanted to be the commander. But there's another card that I wanted to be commander. I can't remember its name. But he can... If he sits in my command zone, every time it's my turn, I gain 2 life. If he's out on the field, I gain 2 life for each turn. And, like, it doesn't matter where he is. So I just leave him in my command zone, I'm just gaining life the whole time.
That's so broken.
Yeah, but then you get him on the field and he does something else, and I can't fucking remember what it is. I think his name's Olus? It's an old card, but because we play just as friends, we're allowed to use any card we want.
Well, it's a modern, basically, right? Yeah. There's a one of the Planeswalkers. He's actually a colorless Planeswalker, which is pretty cool. But his ability is you can summon or bring in an artifact from outside of the game, which means even if you're playing standard, you can take any artifact of any Magic card ever. So it could be fucking anything. Even though you're playing in standard, any of the artifacts count. That's fucked.
Yeah, so his name's Oloro Aegis well, fuck, I can't say that name. But if you just type in Oloro and then Ageless, and then MTG, it should pop up. But he has, at the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1 mana, like colorless mana. If you do, draw a card and each opponent loses 1 life. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if he's in the command zone, you gain 2 life. So you have him on.
That's fuck.
And he's pretty expensive to bring out, and a lot of commanders they like to run where they only like cost like 4 mana to get out.
Wait, he's 6. That is pretty high.
That's pretty high, but if you're running rocks and shit, like stones that give you mana and shit.
Right.
My favorite card in my new deck that I've been running is Treasure Nabber.
Treasure what?
Nabber.
Oh,
Nabber.
yeah. Sorry, your accent made it seem
Yeah.
like we were about to get banned there for a second.
Um,
Um,
he sits on the field, and whenever people tap their artifacts for mana, 4 mana, it can't be any other artifact. I grab that artifact, and it's mine for a turn.
oh, and it's a 3/2 creature too.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
cool.
red. It'll be my deck's a
Yeah.
red black, and so yeah,
Mm.
it just goes, oh, you just tapped your Gilded Lotus. Oh, I want that Gilded Lotus now.
There's actually a Commander 2018 block. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. The only thing I hate about
Huh.
my deck is one of the dudes runs a heap of like cards that are like, all my things have hexproof and I have hexproof and shit like that.
Mm.
And like,
See, I'm just sitting there with your thumb up your ass for a bit.
yeah, so I'm dealing damage to everyone else and not him until I get like
Right.
a monster on the field that's like really strong. But most of my cards are instants and sorcery spells that are dealing damage. My favorite.
Yeah.
So yeah, my two favorite cards in that is that and another card called Fraying Omnipotence. It's a black card. Each player loses half their life. Then discards half their hand. Then they have to sacrifice half the creatures.
Oh,
in
this
their
is a
field.
standard card. I have this card.
Yeah, you should have it. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, dude. I have this. I had this in my black-green deck.
Yeah, so then you should know what it is. But
Yeah.
one of the dudes that we play with runs a deck that's all about needing people to have low health because the more creatures and stuff he has in his graveyard, the stronger his monsters are.
Oh, the Undergrowth.
So he's doing a dredge deck.
Yeah, gotcha.
So he's just throwing. He wants me to throw shit in his graveyard. So he loves my deck because it does that. It's all like board wipe.
Right. Then he
Everything.
summons a creature and he gets a +1/+1 for every creature in his graveyard or whatever, and he's
Yeah.
a super juicy. Yeah.
And then he's playing another. His commander lets him tap his commander and sack a creature, and depending on how strong that creature is how much damage everyone takes.
Oh, yikes.
So he powers up this monster to like 15, uses his commander, kills it, and everyone takes 15 damage.
How much health do you have a commander? 30?
40.
40. Fuck me. Wow.
Yeah, so taking 15 damage straight off the bat would be pretty bad. But if I'm doing what I'm doing and putting everyone down, like say everyone's down to 30 already and I down everyone to 15, he pretty much wins the game. So one of the guys is like, your deck's shit, Nick, because fucking all you're doing is helping everyone else and not yourself. You're never going to get a win.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, I don't want to win. I just want to fuck with your decks.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care if I win. I just want you all to get fucked.
Yeah, like the whole idea is that you can't do anything.
Right.
Like, so it's
There's
just,
one of the new planeswalkers. What he does is you target an opponent, and they discard. They put the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard, and then they exile their entire graveyard. So his Undergrowth deck, it wouldn't work because you exile their graveyard every time. So there's nothing technically in his graveyard.
Yeah, one of the dudes that we have that was playing, he's a combo deck, and his combo deck is fucking annoying because one of the combos is he has this card that makes him sack half his deck into the graveyard,
Oh my god.
which is good for that dude because that means he gets like 42 or something, fucking, like say it's 42 cards, 42 into the graveyard for half his deck. And then the other card that he has that goes with it is like, and if you put a creature into your graveyard, you have to get rid of the other half of your fucking deck pretty much. So he has no cards in his deck, but they're all in the graveyard. But when it goes back around to his turn, he can't draw, so he loses.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, so I don't know what the cards are called, but that's how they explained it to me, and I'm like, that's fucked. But the dude got away with it. He played a card that fucking let him bounce the effect back to the owner of the card. So the dude that played it had to get rid of half of his deck.
That's yeah. I know what card that is. It's a Rivals of Ixalan
It's
pirate card. It's blue something,
yeah,
right?
it's blue.
Yeah. It's like called like Fleet Overboard or Fleet something, and
Yeah.
it wipes half the. You take like you round your library, and whatever is the bigger half of your library, you put into your graveyard.
There's a card out there for a really good deck that my mate's building, and he hasn't got it yet because it's really hard to find. He has it's like you get to search your library, put that card to the bottom of the deck, and then get rid of every other card in your deck.
Why would you do that?
Because if you have a card in your hand in that deck that's running, you can play it, and so it says if you have no cards in your deck, you win. So if you
That's fucking
so
dope.
you draw this card at the end. There's no other card in your deck, so you know you're gonna get that card. Then you play it, and then it's like, oh, I have no cards in my deck. I win.
I love Magic for that shit, man. Like someone could be
Hey, we
playing
made
and they
rules.
do something.
We made rules,
Yeah.
and here's the shit to break them.
Well, exactly. Like they literally give you cards that completely like again, like the thing. It's like you're playing standard. You have to play cards within these 6 groups, unless you have a card that says you don't have to. It's like
Yeah,
you made rules and then gave me a card that breaks your own fucking rules. Like, what the fuck?
yeah. So it's
I,
fun.
I love it, dude.
That's the same
Oh,
with
it's great. No, because then you can
with
combo
every
it.
card. Yeah, it's the same with every card game though. Like
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh is the same. Yu-Gi-Oh is like here's all the rules and here's all the cards to break those rules.
Yeah.
Not as
Yeah.
not as big as MTG, but
Which is weird when you think about it, because like apparently the turnout for Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments is higher than MTG, but MTG is more popular, makes more money, and their prize pools are bigger.
yeah. So like Yu-Gi-Oh, I think the biggest one I've seen personally was like 500,000 or something for Yu-Gi tournament.
Which is like massive for them, but like a Magic tournament, you can be
Yeah,
like
like
2 million.
just 2 million. Yeah, it's like
What the
it's fucked. And that's why they have
yeah.
more strict rules on like what cards you can and can't use anymore. Is because they don't want people coming in with stupid fucking combos.
Yeah, exactly. Some
So
stuff's broken, and even if it's standard, they don't let you play it and stuff just
yeah,
because it's not fair.
yeah. So like my 3-turn deck wouldn't be able to play because I'm using cards that aren't allowed anymore.
Yeah, like that.
But
What is it? The Black Lotus? Is that card?
the Fraying Omnipotence, then that's in my commander. That gets rid of half their life.
This card here, Black Lotus. It's from one of the like first sets of Magic. It adds 3 mana of any single color of your choice to your mana pool, then is discarded. Tapping this artifact can be played as in uninterrupted. This card, Lotus MTG, is banned from every tournament ever, and the auction for it starts at 100 grand.
Fuck, righto.
Like it's like the most fucked like, because there's only 1,000 of the card.
Yeah, that's still fucked.
Yeah, Black Lotus is considered one of the most valuable non-promotional Magic cards ever printed. It's from the alpha version of the game, right when Magic started. The last time it sold was for, holy shit, 15743,051. I don't know why it's put that way. That's a fuckload of money. It's like $157,000.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That's fucked. But yeah, no, that was yeah, that card's ridiculous.
Yeah, but like I said, me and my mates, we don't play for money or anything. We just play.
Well, that's generally what we do. We do, like I think I said before, where we do like 1 week at an actual tournament place. It costs $5 to enter, and the only thing you win is packs. So
Yeah.
like, you basically are just paying for packs, and like the way it works is I think like the top 60% of players get stuff. So if there's like 15 people there, if you come 8th, you're still gonna get packs. So like it's really not that bad. And then every second week we just do a standard night at one of our buddies' house.
Yeah, so we do every second night at my house, and we just play commanders because commanders take longer. So it's like if you've got 4 people,
It does, yeah.
If you've got 4 people, you could just play commander for like an hour. So we get like 3 or 4 games in before they go home. So I said to him,
Right, right, right.
I'm gonna make a new deck before everyone else comes, and it's just gonna be one of those, you gain life, and because you gain life, you do stuff.
Yeah, I
Uh,
want to build a white green deck where all the whites have lifelink and flying, and all the green just juice up everything else, as well as have those cards that make your lands mana. So then and then there's this Pegasus card that's a white from the new War of the Spark, and what it does is every creature that attacks with it gains flying for that turn.
oh, that's been
So if
around
I
for a
swing with
while.
all my land, yeah, but they brought it back. Like it was out of standard, it's now back in standard. So every time, but because you can make your lands into creatures now, you can have 4/9/9 fucking
Flying.
swamps swing with flying now.
That's fucked, but that's good.
So yeah, and then they all have lifelink too because that's how that card works. So like
And that's something that I'm
that's
going to be doing for mine is like life league. So gain life, and then have that card in the field. It's like if you get 40 life, you win.
that's so awesome. What
So
card
like,
is that?
so like imagine getting that off the bat. Like imagine that first hand on a commander deck. I can't. It's like some
Felidar Sovereign.
cat beast. It's on
Vigilance
white.
and lifelink at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have more than 40, if you have 40 life or more, you win the game.
Yeah. So
Felidar Sovereign.
so it's like imagine that you get that first hand. You wouldn't be able to use it because you wouldn't have enough mana. How much mana was it?
6.
6. So you'd have to be around for a while, but imagine like no one attacks you. Like you're doing nothing, so no one attacks you. And then it's like I play
Right,
this.
you just like
And
that's
then,
so sick.
but then you've still got to wait until it goes around the board, so they have to take you down a little bit. But if you have like the commander that gives you life, so say they only take you down 2, I get up to 40, boom, I win.
It's not even that old of a card. Like Zendikar isn't that old.
No, it's not.
Huh.
Anyway,
Like I had Zendikar cards in one of my old decks. I don't even know this card existed.
so anyway, there is something special happening today, and what are we doing today during this stream, Cooper?
What?
You know.
Oh, today we here at the Underclock Podcast, being the generous group that we are, last time that we had a stream, we were giving away codes to
Spellbreak, Spellforce, whatever.
that Spellbreak. I fucked that up in my own video on it, so I'm not great with it. But yeah, so we were giving away codes to that. Today we are giving away something arguably much better as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, Epic Games, but we are going to be giving away a copy, the full copy of Arma 3, as well as what DLC Pack 2?
Arma 3 Apex Edition and DLC Bundle number 2.
Right. Which one is number 2? I think it's the one with the planes, the tanks, and the...
Yeah. So Apex Edition comes with your marksman and all that. The first few DLCs that came out, that's why I'm giving away the DLC Bundle 2 and not 1. So I've had that asked a few times,
Right.
so I'm just clarifying. Apex Edition comes with the first few, what are they called? DLCs.
DLC? What the fuck?
And
Did you have a
then-
brain fart there?
yeah,
Did you have a
yeah,
stroke? What happened?
And then DLC Bundle 2 comes out with the tanks, the planes, and then another one, which I can't fucking remember.
Yeah, I don't remember which one it is.
Just going.
I can tell you it's not the whatever of war. The,
no, it is the Laws of War. Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. You look it up on Steam. Yeah, that's if
Okay.
you want to know what's in them, look it up on Steam. Here's something I added the other day. I don't think I told Cooper this.
Yes, you did.
If you already own Arma 3 Apex and the DLC Bundle 2, and I clarify the and because you need to own both, I will add you on Steam and I'll buy you a game for $100. My money, my currency. Because some people will be like, I want this game, and for me it's probably like $150, and I'm like, no.
So to be clear, that's Australian Commonwealth dollars.
So if you want a game and you've been looking at one for a while, please like go have a look and just be like, oh, this game is like $60 Australian. Just convert it. Currency converter always works.
So
yeah.
since I'm sitting here, that is $70 American for all you Americans, because most people. So it's about $70 American.
Yeah. So you can have, you either get the Armor 3, Apex, and the DLC bundle 2, Haybuck, and or
Did they just to clarify? The bundle 2 comes with jets, laws of war, the TAC Ops mission pack, and tanks.
yeah. So and then Apex Edition comes with the other DLCs, except
Yeah.
for the new one that came out. And what was the new one that came out?
I don't know. You're supposed to tell me about it.
It's the Global Mobilization Cold War Germany. Which
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
yeah, so that's the new one that came out. It came out for like I think it was $20-something for me.
It is $25.19 right now.
Yeah, so
Canadian.
It's all right. There are some bugs with it, but I've seen people bashing about it, and it's just like this mod was made by a group named Vertex Mark, which they found out their translation is third party for that.
No way.
Yes, they didn't know that.
That is amazing.
It is a third party creator content, and
Isn't this technically the first third-party created DLC?
technically yes. They did have people help them with the Jets DLC. They had a group help them with those, but this is the first one that they've actually gone. This is all made by a third party, and the third party is 2 people. Like it's literally
Yeah, I mean,
just a team of
it
2.
looks fine.
So
I'm looking at like the little video now. It looks fine to me.
the map is great, and like I would love to get a heap of us on there and just do tank battles with that map. But I know people aren't gonna buy it because
Well, it is pretty expensive for one DLC, considering for like $20 you can buy like a DLC pack. Like it's kind of pricey.
I think one of the buyers at Spartak said he's gonna wait until they add helicopters and stuff to it before purchasing it. Because they did say they were planning on doing that. So I don't know, but
Looks fine to me. I mean, I don't know if I'd spend whatever $30 on it, but
there are some like animation bugs and some clothes bugs and stuff that people are ripping them about. It's like they say it's not up to standard for a DLC. It's like it's made by 2 people.
Yeah.
They can't all chase after all the bugs, and I don't think they really had people to playtest it other than themselves. So,
a lot of the negative reviews are just saying that it's too expensive for what you get, and they're not actually saying it's bad. It's just that it's too expensive for the stuff that you're getting.
I would say that like Apex was, what was it, like $40-$50 for me.
Yeah, it was like something like that.
When
I
it
got all of it at once, so I kind of for me it was like $100 for everything or whatever. But
yeah, you didn't get it till like last year or something, didn't you?
yeah, well, a couple of years ago, like I got it like 2 years ago. But the thing is that I didn't have anybody to play with, so I played it like twice. Like I played on Altis, like some like server for like 2 minutes, and then had nobody to play with. So I just sat in it for like a year, and then like whatever 6-8 months ago, I went to Twitter and was like, "Hey, does anybody fucking play Arma? Like I want to play with somebody." And Farsight somehow found me and was like, "Dude, come play with us." And
then you've
since then I'm here. Yeah, and then I had found you fucking assholes, and now I'm stuck.
No, you're not. And
I'm wearing a hat, man. I'm stuck. I'm committed
yeah,
at this point.
I know, right? I've got the shirts and the hats and everything. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm stuck here now.
Yeah, we're stuck.
Well, it's not as bad as have you ever met Cyphus yet?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, so Cyphus actually has a tattoo of the Spartak logo on him.
No way.
Yeah, he has it written all over his arm and shit.
That's actually pretty sick, though. Like, I don't know how long he must have. Isn't he one of the like OGs though?
Yeah, he's been there from the start.
Yeah.
And then another bloke he hasn't been around for a while, but he has a giant sticker on his truck of the Spartak logo and Spartak. And so as he drives
What a badass.
as he drives around, there's this big sticker on the back of his fucking window.
What a badass.
Yeah. He hasn't been around for a while. His name's Lur, but he's pretty chill.
Yeah, he showed up like once for something. Like I don't think he joined the op, but he joined like the chat or something while we were doing something.
Yeah.
We just briefly talked to him.
But yeah, no, so we are giving away this game and the DLC bundle too, and obviously the Apex Edition version of Arma 3.
And I'm presuming that if that giveaway extends through when we're doing the Arma op as well.
It depends on how many people join. So, if we
I
get
have a feeling like Buckfast and Reaver, I don't think they need it.
no, but they can still enter and still get a chance to win. You know, the hundred
The
dollar,
$70.
the $100 Australian dollars Steam game,
Mm,
whatever one they want. They just go, I want this game. I'll be like, sure, here you go.
yeah. They're gonna get like some hentai game like Hoonie Pop or something. I know it.
Yeah, which sadly I have played that game, but we won't go into it because it's not.
I have 3 videos of it on my channel, bro. They're in the
Oh my
dark
god.
reaches. Please don't go there. You know how hard it was to edit that video to make it like monetizable? Do you know
Yeah,
how
nah.
much I had to cut out?
Yeah, nah.
And it's fucked because like my parents periodically like look at the shit on my channel. And my mom like called me like the next day and is like, "So, Hoonie Pop, right?" I'm like, don't." Just it got to the. It was funny because like when you watching
Are you
the
one of those guys that has a picture with like one and it's your mom?
well, no, but it was just like it was just so funny because the conversation it was like, yeah, let's just not talk about that. And I actually had like 2 or 3 videos of it, but it got to the point that it was so porny, like so pornographic that I couldn't cut it down enough to actually make a coherent video. So like, there's a fourth video file on my computer that just it's like a 2 minute video because I had to cut everything out. I'm like, I can't play this game anymore. So
And now we know what Cooper watches in his bed. Um,
what do you mean? It's on my YouTube channel. It's for you boys. You guys get to watch me experience it. You want to watch, bro? You a watcher?
oh, that's terrible.
Oh, fuck.
But
Anyways,
anyway,
moving on. So Arma, we're giving that away.
yeah, trying to come back from the dark
Uh,
reaches of hell.
oh yeah, exactly.
Whoever
Well, when
did,
they made that post on fucking Twitter, you're like, burn it, kill it, with the fucking the
yeah.
hat with the ears.
Oh man, like I see that shit in VR chat all the time, and it's like that's
I
just
bet you
normal.
do.
It's just normal for me now. But
You just see all the furry shit, and you're like, oh god.
in other games, I just sit there and go, no.
Dude, and it was funny because like that hat thing in the Twitch things is like one of the most expensive things, and I like grinded for that hat. And the second that I got it, I'm like, everybody's gonna hate this. I love it. Like,
It's just um. So we did something yesterday, and you're making a video for it now, aren't you? Or you were?
there's 3 of them. 2 of them are currently uploaded and are scheduled to come out, and the other one I need to still edit. But yes, we did do something yesterday.
Did
What
you
did we
edit?
do, Viking?
We went fishing.
That is the one that's still being edited.
So we played Sea of Thieves yesterday for a good solid 3-4 hours, I reckon.
Like 5, dude. It was 5 hours and 43 minutes.
Oh, okay, so nearly 6 hours. Because they had the new update coming out, me and Cooper were just like, we need to play it. We need to play it.
Yep.
And dude, it was actually,
Yep.
it was fun. And
Dude, the fishing, like at first I hated it because it was really hard, and then once I got the hang of it, like I was like out like doing groceries today. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna log on to Sea of Thieves and just fish for a bit. Like, it was so good. Like I had so much fun with it. We were
yeah,
like racing to catch the fish and shit.
yeah, we were just like first person to catch a fish. And me and you had the fish at the same time, but you ended up bringing it in first. But I got the cool
Yeah.
shiny one. Um,
Yeah, that is true.
after you left, I caught a giant trophy fish.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a massive fucking thing.
But other than fishing, there's other shit. So they added obviously like a story to it. So I think they said that there were 4 gems. So what you have to do is there's a new area in the world, but to get to that world, you need this thing called the Shroud Breaker. But to get the Shroud Breaker to work, it needs these 4 gems inside of it. So we got the Shroud Breaker and the first gem, so we have 3 more to do, and then go to the new place. But the new places, there's like new puzzles. There's traps inside of the dungeons. There's bosses. So instead of just fighting like a captain who just has more health, the one that we fought, what it could do is it could disappear and it could reappear other places and it could summon more zombies
what was
around
it
it to
called?
defend
It was called the
itself.
Skeleton Lord.
Skeleton lords, so they're like above the skeleton captains, and they can
Yeah.
summon captains.
Yeah, that bitch nearly summoned a captain on us, but we killed it just in time.
Yeah, we went hard on it.
And you get these. They got all new skulls for them. Like each one has a new skull. And for each mission that you complete for the quest, you get like 3,000 gold, which is actually quite a lot for the game.
It makes it worth it because sometimes you
Not
do the like build route adventures and you get like here's 20 doubloons. I'm like I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah, like you could use those doubloons to like level yourself up, but at the same time, you could also just buy gold with that doubloons for like 10,000 gold or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't lose anything for the doubloons, but you'd rather have gold because you can buy more shit with gold.
Yeah. A cool sort of example that you'll see in the video that comes out. It's going to come out in a couple days. But I'll just explain it here for everyone who's watching and whoever watches this later on YouTube. But there was a book that we had, and all it had was this like shitty picture of an island. So we had to figure out which island that was. And then on the other page, because it gives you like a book, there was a bunch of weird symbols and shit. And what we did is we found this like room, and we had to light all the torches to open this open these little four pillars, and then there were pictures on these four pillars. So then what we had to do is decipher the images that were in the book to the pillars on the walls, and we had to do like 4 waves of that. But the whole time that we were doing it, water was filling into the room. So if it took us too long, we would drown, and every time you fucked it up, more water would come in. It would come in faster. And we actually fucked it up a couple times by accident, and we got to the point where as we were trying to like change stuff, we were underwater. We'd have to like get up for air and swim down to do stuff and come back up.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more intricate as far as the puzzles go, instead of like, oh, play a shanty near this torch or whatever. It's a lot more intricate, and it's really fucking cool. Like it was really fun.
And like once we did that, we found there was like little gems that like you had like the medallions. And we were fucking dickheads. We were just absolute. We drove back to the fucking place where we started the quest, went to give the medallion to the person, and it wouldn't work. So we had to Google the fuck out of it. We're like, what do we do with this medallion? And we had to go back to the same island. We had to travel all the way back to the island and put the medallion on this puzzle. But the cool thing was it was giving you pictures of like, you'll see it all in the video. You'll see it gives you pictures of like where to dig and shit. So you got to try and figure out where you got to dig. But you can watch it all.
Spoiler alert, that whole thing, I cut out of the video where we fucked that up. So that's, whoever watches this, you know that we fucked it up, but when you're watching the video, it looks way more seamless. But yeah, we fucked it because we went back to the outpost because we thought we had to give it to him, but it turns out that was one of 3 medallions, and we had to kind of do this little like picture puzzle 3 times, but we only did it once and thought that was it. So we left, and then we're like, oh shit. We had to go all the way back and do it again. Yeah, it doesn't look like that. Like you can tell because the way we talk, we're like, oh, this is what we're supposed to do. But I cut out the point where we like leave and do all that shit, so it looks a lot less goofy. But for whoever's watching this podcast now, you know that we fucked it up. So
it's a lot of fun though, and like the new harpoon guns, we use that a lot.
We used it. Oh, dude. I was rewatching the thing. So in I guess it's going to be the second video that comes out. So that's going to come out in like 4 days or whatever. We get in a fight with another ship, and we use that harpoon gun, and it's really good in PvP.
They used it on us.
Well, yeah, they used it on us, but then when you died, because you got killed by something, and I knocked one of theirs off, and then I harpooned to their ship. And when we bounced off, because I harpooned, the trajectory of my harpoon put them sideways, and that's why they drove into the island. Because our ship pulled them in that direction, so they went ahead and hit the island.
That's fucking sick. I didn't know that. I saw it hit the
so
island.
Sick.
Because I hit him with a ballast ball, and then like they harpooned at the same time. And I'm like, okay, so we put the new fucking mechanics on how the fucking ship sinks and stuff too, like how much damage stuff can take. Like we got hit once, I think, that actually destroyed the anchor and the wheel. And by a skeleton. It was by a skeleton cannon off an island. Hit the back of our ship, destroyed our wheel, so we couldn't turn. And
I died at the same time.
I died too. And no, you got knocked off the ship. I died.
Oh right, yeah.
And they destroyed the anchor, so the anchor dropped and stopped our ship. So that was really cool. I think we got.
And it was the first time that had happened, so it tripped me out because I thought it was the Kraken coming. I'm like, why aren't we moving? I was like, did you drop the anchor? He's like, no, dude, I'm dead. I'm like, why? What the fuck happened? Oh, our thing's broken. Shit.
Yeah, like
because it was like the first time it had ever happened.
We harpooned the Megalodon a heap. That was fun.
Yep. That was.
We hit that. I can't believe we didn't kill it. We hit it so many times.
We ran away.
Yeah.
The one thing we didn't do yet is the arena. And we will definitely be doing that. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that because it looks really fun. I have a feeling that we're gonna get our asses beat because I feel like most people are gonna go in with a galleon of 4 people because it is
Yeah.
PvP, and I think that although someone in the chat just said that they play with us,
Reaver
and
does.
we've got mad. So I mean, hypothetically,
We got 4 people.
yeah, if we can get everyone on at the same time.
Fucking
Um,
mad.
yeah, Dagger and I were playing a long ass time ago, and we were getting chased by the Meg and got attacked by the Kraken. Dagger would join too,
Oh,
dude.
sweet.
Dude, yeah, Armanet and Underclock doing a.
Multi-stream.
Oh yeah, well, I was thinking about that. We could do that too. We could have because with the 2 cameras, you could have me. We could have probably your video, and both of our cameras, and do because I mean, if we're doing the arena, we're gonna be like beside each other. It's not like I'm going off and doing a bunch of other crazy shit,
Yeah.
right? So you could stream it with both of us in it hypothetically. I think that would be pretty cool.
A heap of
But yeah,
stuff.
we will do that eventually. We will do that eventually.
Um, yeah, we will definitely have to. Today we have the Armor 3 video. We could do it after Armor, I guess.
Depending on how long it is, because I
Yeah.
know that we don't have a brief. But what did he say?
I think
No
Reapers.
briefing tonight, not enough time. However, build your kits for defensive posture and be sure to know how to rappel out of a helicopter and bring a can of whoop ass. So
Yeah,
that is our briefing.
because the last time he's like, he didn't tell us we were repelling, so he stopped the helicopter and said, "Okay, repel." And it's like we don't have fucking the mod to repel with on it anymore. Like, what do you want? And he's like, "Just repel." It's like, dude, okay. And someone ejected.
And every time we rappel, we fucking blow up the helicopter. Like every time, man.
Yeah,
Every time.
that's not.
There's Matt. Okay, look, okay. So yeah, Mad, Armanet boys, we're gonna do a arena stream of Sea of Thieves, and you guys have been voluntold by yourselves to do this. You,
Voluntold. That's a if
you
you haven't
don't have a choice anymore.
if you don't know what voluntold is, it's a thing that we do at the start of ops. It's like, who's going to be the squad lead? It's like, Cooper, you've been voluntold, and it's like, you've
Yeah,
not been
yeah.
volunteered. You've been voluntold.
Matt just shows up. He's like, "Wait, what the fuck am I doing?" Yeah, I know you just showed up. Yeah, there we go. Reaver knows what's up. Yeah, you're doing this. You don't have a choice. This is just how the world
Nobody-
works.
Voluntold is my life.
Yeah, dude. He's like, "Well, I guess fuck. All right, I guess I'm doing this now." But yeah, Matt, and I think you just showed up. So me and Viking played a bunch of the new Sea of Thieves anniversary update stuff, but we haven't done the arena yet because going in with only 2 people, we're probably gonna get fucked. So we're trying to find people who also play Sea of Thieves to go into the arena with, and you've been voluntold to be in that accompaniment. So see you there, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, tonight I think we're going to. He says we're gonna repel. We're not gonna repel.
We're going to yell at him and say, like, just land the fucking chopper.
Just land the helicopter. Although last time that we were supposed to repel, we landed the helicopter. Didn't it? We get armored and the helicopter blew up and killed like half the people.
No, I didn't kill half the people. I just killed him.
Huh. Well, the
Everyone-
loss there then, I guess.
He was Zeus, so it was okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Anyway, what else did we do?
Did
Kombat
you?
11.
Oh yeah, that big thing that we've been hyping up for like 3 weeks and then
Never
didn't
talked
say
about
anything about.
because someone wasn't here last week, so we couldn't do the fucking stream.
What a fucking
Okay.
asshole! Who did that?
Yeah, Cooper. So
Dickhead.
so Mortal Kombat 11 came out last week. Yeah, yeah.
Was
Because,
it last week?
because I did a 6-hour.
The
stream of it.
23rd. Yeah, last Tuesday.
Yeah, so I did as soon as it came out, I did a 6-hour stream of the whole campaign. I know you streamed the campaign as well.
I did, but I did it in
Um,
2 parts because
yeah.
I had to, survive and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I had the day off, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do this.
Oh,
The campaign was alright, but I don't know why people. I haven't seen the Jax ending that people are complaining about.
the Jax ending?
Yes, that's the main reason people are complaining. People are complaining that Jax has a really shitty ending and that the Tower of Times is too hard.
Pussies? It's not fuck? It's not that hard.
No,
I mean,
Tower.
it's hard. It's not that impossible.
Yeah, so Tower of Time is hard because they give the enemy fucking what are they modifications? I'd say
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they give them
They give them
modifications.
buffs.
They give them buffs. They don't give them nerfs. They give them buffs,
Yeah.
and like they do more damage and everything. And then you have to select which buffs, but there's a limited. You only get a limited amount of them.
Yeah.
So it's like consumables.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, and they consume. So, like, if you do it more than once, if you used a buff last time and you only had one, you can't use it again later.
Yeah. So you get into trouble there. Because you're like, what do I do? So I have found them pretty hard. Like, I found some of them really hard.
Who do you play as?
I play as Jax.
Okay.
And, like, I did try them as other people, like, the high tier characters is what they call them.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, I still prefer Jax because Jax has just the best combos. If you just love smashing people in the face with metal fists, Jax is the way to go. Because he has an ability where he picks people up and then you just punch them in the face over and over again.
Yeah, the top 4 characters are Noob Saibot, Liu Kang, Aaron Black, and Sub-Zero.
Yeah. So I tried playing as Noob Saibot. I don't really like his combos unless you obviously train as him to fucking get good at it. The combos are
Get
cool,
good,
but
bro.
against Jax, he wasn't that great. Because I was able to fucking just pick him up, smash him. As long as he wasn't hitting me, I could hit him 10 times over.
Who's that guy? The he's a new character.
Noob Saibot? No.
No, he's not new. He's the guy who doesn't die.
Oh,
Garrus?
Garrus. Yeah, that's it.
Dude, okay, he has that move where it comes from underneath the ground. He grabs your feet and it throws you into the air, and then this thing grabs you and it slams you. It's fucking bullshit. Like, it's unblockable, man.
Yeah. The only way you can block it is jumping out of the way in time.
But I play Sub-Zero, so I'm really good horizontally.
But not
So
up.
against him, I have problems. So because I'm like I can really fast and I can slide around. Like I use the ice dash, like the attack. I use it for movement as well, to get away and get close.
Yeah.
But even if I'm mid dash and he uses it, it still hits me because I'm on the ground.
Yeah. You gotta like.
So
do
I have a
more
big
jumping.
problem with him.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
same with Jax because he's all about boxing maneuvers. He's not really
Yeah.
like martial arts. It's like you've got to either keep your distance away from him, which he can do because he has a grenade launcher, so you can use the grenade launcher.
Right.
And like obviously with Jax,
You played a lot of the other Mortal Kombat games, right?
Yeah.
So, the game's been out for.
Like 2 weeks.
So can we talk about it then?
What, Mortal Kombat 11? What, the end
Y-
game?
Yeah. Can we
or-
talk? Yeah. Can we talk about the story?
Uh,
Okay, this isn't a spoiler, but if you're a big fan of the series, the last chapter is a big homage to Armageddon and Annihilation, the 2 Mortal Kombat. So like Mortal Kombat 8, I think it is.
Yeah.
They're big odes to it because technically in the timeline we've looped back to that point. So if you're a big fan of the series, you're gonna recognize a lot of shit, and it's gonna be like really cool seeing it like today's graphics, but similar events because technically in the timeline we've gone back. It's really cool to see. Like I remember I was having like a fucking nerdgasm the whole time. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool because I'm a huge fucking fan of the series. So like seeing all this stuff that reminded me of things and like was an ode to 8 and 7 and 6 and stuff like it. There's a huge fan service nostalgia trip while playing the new campaign, especially near the end.
The new game, if they ever make, they're gonna continue making the Mortal Kombat games no matter what. The story's
Yep.
gonna be like completely different. Like
Well, that seems spoilery. I wouldn't get into that, but
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. But I think think about it though. Mortal Kombat 9 started with the events of 1 to 8 appearing quickly, and then it going to Raiden's eyes, and that was a premonition. The entire series up until 2012 technically never happened.
Yeah.
Then
But then
at the end of fucking
this game comes out and those events did happen. Because
only 9 and 10 happened.
yeah, but the Mortal Kombat tournament came out
But only the first one, because in Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, there were 3 tournaments.
Yeah.
Whereas in the timeline now, there was only 1, because after Mortal Kombat 9, which is technically also Mortal Kombat 1, they only did the tournament once because the Shinnok came and tried to fuck shit up. There wasn't a second tournament, whereas in the original timeline, there was 3.
Right.
So it's still different.
But
And Sub-Zero and Scorpion are homies. And up until like the Annihilation, they weren't. So up until like 7 or 8, they weren't. So like it is different.
They weren't homies in this game. The older version of Scorpion wasn't friends with. Because remember, he was all about wanting revenge and
the
stuff.
Lin Kuei.
Yeah, and he wanted to just kill Sub-Zero the whole time.
Dude, when Sub-Zero and something that I love about Mortal Kombat starting in 9 is when they had the personalized voice lines when they start fights.
Yeah.
They're really awesome, and in 11 they're really, really well done, and it fucking like again as a huge fan of the series.
It's also very trippy because you got to remember that some of the characters are future and past. So like I was playing as Jax older. I've got an older version of Jax that he looks like.
Yeah.
But he was doing voice lines from when he was younger. So like say when he interacted with his daughter, he'd be all like, I can't believe you're my daughter, and she's like, yeah, I am. And it's like, no, you look like you're older, so that's
right.
That shouldn't be the voice line you use.
But like as I was saying, as a huge fan of the series, there's things that they threw in there. So like when Noob Saibot and Sub-Zero fight, he comes in, he's like, oh, hello, brother. And he's like, oh, we can bring you back. He's like, no, I don't have a brother anymore. Because the Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 1 was Noob Saibot. Scorpion kills Noob Saibot, and he gets thrown into the Well of Souls. And then Noob comes out of the Well of Souls. But technically, he was the original Sub-Zero. And the Sub-Zero that we know was actually Tundra and took the moniker of Sub-Zero.
Right.
So it's cool to hear those voice lines of all that interacting because Noob Saibot is actually the original Sub-Zero and the brother of Tundra, who is now Sub-Zero. So those voice lines show that.
There's some really cool interactions too. Like, there's a few interactions that there is where if you play as 2 characters and they have a conversation, then say this person wins, then they go fighting someone else who also has that type of interaction. Like with Cassie, Sonya, Jax, Jax's daughter, I can't remember, and the dad.
Jackie.
And what's his fucking name? I'm having a mental blank here.
Cassie Cage?
No, the other Cage. The dude.
Johnny Cage?
Johnny, that's it. So, with those 5, they have interactions where they pretty much communicate to each other like friends. Because they're all friends and relatives. And like Godfather and Godmother and all that crap.
Yeah.
And, like, it's really cool to hear that because, like, say, Johnny and Cassie will talk to each other. And then Cassie will fight Jackie. And then they'll interact like Cassie and Johnny just talked. Like, They had this conversation about, say, Johnny, your mum betted me if I beat you, I get this much. And then, like, they would go have a fight, and Cassie and Jackie are like, "Do you know my dad tried to fight me the other day?" It's like, so they've done really good with that. But
yeah, no, I really like that, and I also like the oh no, that's part of the story. I'm not gonna give it away, but they kind of have the I'm not gonna give the exact instance away, but they have the point where it's like old stuff, like so if something happens to the younger version, it happens to the older version, but not vice versa.
Younger Johnny gets hit in the face.
And it cuts the older one.
And then the older one has a slash across his face.
But then the older one gets shot in the leg, and nothing happens to the younger one because time doesn't go backwards.
So
it
like
goes forwards.
When this is probably too spoilery, but
I know exactly what you were gonna say, and that's what I was gonna say, but that's too spoilery. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Dude, there's some taunts you could do mid-battle with some of the guys. Like with Johnny, he has like a mirror thing that he does where he puts his hands up against the wall, and you can actually hear the wall that he touches. And like as I'm playing as him, I kept fucking spamming it by accident. So I'm trying to do I kept trying to do this combo that he has, and I kept fucking pressing it. I'm like, God damn it, stop doing that one.
And then he's like,
yeah,
fucking miming.
Then he gets punched in the face.
Oh man, it's so smooth too. Like the frames and like it's so
Oh,
fucking
it's a
nice.
counter. Mime
It
time.
it is. So like if you're doing it and they use a certain move, same thing like I think Jade has another move that she kind of does like a giggle and she like turns away and puts her hands out. And if you hit her as she's doing it, she grabs your hit and does a move. It's a counter move.
Yeah.
It's like a taunt counter, but mime time. Yeah. Oh, is it any attack?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I
But
didn't know
it's
that.
some of them are like that.
Jax just punches his fists together because obviously if you every time you hit people, your fists heat up. That's part of his
What does
like
that do?
you get abilities where you can fire off fire blasts with his fist and shit. A different
Okay.
so like it's like using his grenade launcher but like it's just coming out of his fist. So he just like he punches forward and
And it
it's
goes like
just
this is like that little
it's
beam thing you had the other
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's
Gotcha.
just a little projectile attack. And you can also use it um and you can use it to like grab people and you can use it again as well, like up close, and it does a bit more damage. But
Right.
I think my favorite combo with him is just you grab people by the throat, you lift them up, and you when you have them in the
Is it
air,
to like
you can do that,
bang?
or you can do them in the gut a few times and they're a bit heavier, or you can throw them around the fucking map.
Oh, that's sick.
Tower of Time. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how people hate it because apparently it's too hard.
Because
And
y'all are bitches.
yeah, and
It's not
then
that. It's tough, but it's not impossible.
no, but the modifiers are a bit fucked sometimes.
Well,
Like I
and
had
because they're
okay, no,
random, like you can get fucked.
there is one that I had where it was I was playing as Jax and I didn't realize I was going up against Jax, but he had like electric fists, and the stupid part was I couldn't hit him either because it would shock me. So every time I
Oh
hit him,
shit.
I'll be doing a combo, and then halfway through the combo, I would get shocked and get stunned. And it's like, really? Like, I couldn't even pick him up because the fucking combo would just I grab him. As soon as I grabbed him, I get shocked and get stunned again. It's like, really? Like, this is fucked. I can't do this battle because I'm getting shocked all the time. So, like,
Right, right, right.
I would take off a slither of his health and he'd just kill me in pretty much one combo hit.
Okay, keep talking about Jax for a second. I'm gonna throw my dog out. Yes, you. Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you're being annoying.
You wants to go out and pee. What a good dog. Tough fluffy puppy. So yeah, with him, it's just like that was the stupid battle, and I just quit straight out of that. I was like, fuck this. It's like, unless I'm doing range attacks, and then I tried doing range attacks with another character. Like someone suggested Scarlet because they have a lot of ranged attacks.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I still got shocked by it. And it's like, well, this is fucked. This is absolutely fucked.
Have you always played as Jax?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've always played as Sub-Zero, and it's sick because for Sub-Zero, his moveset has barely changed. So like, literally a way to ward a heavy punch, literally since Mortal Kombat 1 has been the ice slide.
Yeah, that
Like
would,
I've known, like when the game started, I knew all my fucking combos.
yeah, I've counted that a few times now. I've done a few PvP battles and counted that move so many times.
Yeah.
Literally, they slide in and just hammer fist down, and it knocks them over.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
It
so-
cancels it?
Yeah, so like as they're sliding, if you do it at the right time, you can hammer fist and just like fucking knock them out. Or if you hit them with a grenade launcher, you can also get them.
Right.
And the other combo is either there's a jumping attack that I have where I jump in the air and I can ground pound, and it also counters it. So there are counters, you just got to do them at the right times.
Right.
But
Everyone hates, like... sorry, go on.
My favorite is when Sub-Zero slides in and I bring my hammer fist up and just bring it down and it knocks him out. It's fucking...
Straight in his fucking head.
Yeah, just straight on the top. It's just bonk.
Yeah, people hate, like... I have a buddy who plays competitive Street Fighter. And there's, like, two characters that he's, like, top 5 in North America. Like, he's actually, like, a pro playing Street Fighter person. but when I play Mortal Kombat with him, they play slightly differently. And they hate playing with me because I'm such a defensive player. Because what I'll do is I'll slide in, do some shit, slide back, and then put like an ice wall. So then you have to destroy the ice wall. Like I turtle, like I almost like run and do a little bit and then come back and hide. And they fucking hate it because even if you're an aggressive player, because it's an ice wall or an ice clone, it'll freeze you if you get too close.
Yeah.
And in the new Mortal Kombat, I can put up that ice wall and then break it. And when I break it, all the ice shards go flying at you. So
Yeah,
even
that's
if they
what I
start
said.
coming to try being aggressive, it's like boom, and then I smack
But
them
you
back,
know,
do my little slide.
there's yeah, I've counted that too with Jax. So Jax has a lot of counters to characters now, and it's really good because in the old games he didn't. He didn't have many counters at all because they thought of him as like a low tier character, and now he's actually got some pretty good combos to people. Cause
He
he's
was
like,
fun to play, like I played in the campaign. I like playing as him.
yeah, and the one with the ice wall is just grenade launcher.
Because if you hit it, it breaks. So like if you
Yeah,
have any projectile move, it'll break it. But I was saying that what I'll do is when they come in to be aggressive, that's when I pop it. I don't pop
yeah,
it like ahead of time.
yeah.
So as they're like mid move, wall smash, and they're like, what the fuck? And it doesn't even do a whole lot of damage. It just breaks that momentum of the attack.
Ah, righto. Jax's
Yeah.
fucking fatal blow is still my favorite out of all of them. I think. Because I just love the
Which
fact
one's
that
his?
he just comes in and just starts smashing him in with his fists. Just starts punching him in the face,
Oh,
then punching him in the gut, and then as they're in mid, and then as the mood air, he grabs a grenade launcher and puts it right at their face and blows their face like right. It's fucking great.
so sick.
His fucking fatality is pretty cool though. If I don't know if you've seen that one
They're
either.
so good, dude. Like the fate. I'm never disappointed, man.
Yeah, the fatalities have become so much. They're not as good as number 10 though. I think some of them are and some of them aren't.
Well, it
So
depends on who you are.
So Raiden had, I really liked Raiden's one in number 10. Like
Is
when
the
he,
which one?
the one where he throws them up in the air and fucking shocks them in the air and shit.
Oh, like down from the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have that one in this one. He just slaps him with his staff.
Yeah.
And it's like
Not quite as brutal.
but it's cool because if you watch it closely, it's exactly the same animation when he slaps him in the face as it is with Liu Kang with his nunchucks.
Oh, so is it really?
Yeah, so when he goes with his staff, the only thing different is the staff and the nunchucks. So he hits him with the face and the
Right.
staff, and then their face goes to the side, and it goes in slow mo. And so does Liu Kang's when he hits him with the nunchucks. It goes in the face and just knocks the fucking face to the side. So
I
it's
love
fucking-
the new like when you do like the special move or whatever, and you can get like an X-ray just off random moves sometimes.
Yes.
I love it.
Johnny, and my favorite one is Aaron Black's one where he fucking drop kicks. If you get the drop kick right, you get the fucking rib cage just shattering from it.
Yeah.
That's such a dick character now.
I know.
In number 10, he used to have an ability where you could just grab the rifle out and just fire a couple of rounds and then put it back. This one,
Right. Yeah.
you can have the rifle out as a stance now. And you can be in that stance. You can do different moves with the stance. So like
Yeah.
you can either fire accurately, multi-fire, but then you've also got to reload. So once you use it, you've got to knock them down and then reload really quickly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't use it again. And like getting into that stance is even harder. So it's like he was my main back in number 10, but Jax is now my main for this one.
Right.
Because Aaron Black was just like, grab the rifle at the start of the match, just grab the rifle, fire off a couple of rounds as he walks backwards. Because, like, why not?
Right. Yeah. I guess it's like Sonya would just like bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
bang at the beginning.
Yeah, so that's what he did with number 10, but number 11, you can't do that anymore, and it makes me sad. But that's why I changed the Jax. I watched a video the other day, if you've played Tekken, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, do you remember the character Panda?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, there was a guy that won a world championship with Panda.
Really? Wasn't
Yeah.
he? Is he a top? Is he a
Yeah.
high tier character?
No, he's a low tier character. Panda is a
Yeah.
low tier character, and he beat people. It was only for like a prize pool of $7,500. His name's Rangchu, Rangchu, and he played Panda through the whole tournament. Not just at the end, he played it through the whole tournament. It was his main character, And he defeated people that were playing as Devil Jin and shit, like high tier characters.
Yeah.
There's
What
a
the
whole
fuck?
there's a whole documentary on him, like how he like went really well at the start, and it was his first year playing as a pro, too, that he won as Panda, as fucking Panda.
Panda is an F tier character.
Yeah, and they
Like fucking garbage.
won the whole tournament.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
I
awesome.
love when people do that stuff when they bring in characters. Like, if you had to think of a Mortal Kombat 11 character, who would be the low tier character now? Like the lowest.
MK.
You would think it'd be someone like Aaron Black, Kranos, Kano. I had a.
The lowest Katana, Cetrion, Sonya, and Kotal Khan are the bottom 4.
Oh, okay. So imagine someone
Yeah.
coming in with fucking one of those and winning a whole tournament.
Someone comes in as fucking Sonya Blade and just like wins, and you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So it's just like. Yeah, I know. It's just. I'm thinking about it. You just think about it. You just go, holy fuck.
Panda? Really?
Panda. Yeah. That's literally what they say at the end of the tournament. The dude goes, Panda? Really?
But it breaks the meta, right? Like a lot of times people like they train to be good at the top 10 characters or whatever, and then Panda comes in and you're like,
Yeah, so
I don't even know this guy's fucking
the
moveset
dude that
because
was
who cares?
the dude that was commentating is in the documentary, and he's all like, the guy that he was versing was training to verse the second best person or the first best person, so I think it was the second
Right.
best person in the world, and they both play Devil Jin, so he was training to play Devil Jin. So when a dude that played Panda
Right.
took his place, he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready to verse
Yeah,
Panda.
exactly.
And Panda, when you look at the moveset, I can see how he won. It's a
Well,
lot
it's
of...
so fucking weird
Yeah, but he has a lot of, like, long-reaching attacks and shit. So it's just...
because he's a panda.
Yeah. And he has, like, stances that do really good damage. So he's obviously trained really long to do it. And good on him for winning, like, as that character. That's fucking great. Anyone that wins
Rangchu, the panda champion.
Yep.
The world finals Tekken World Tournament, Panda versus Devil Jin. Rangchu, the champion. What the fuck?
And he took it 3-1. He took the
No way.
he reset the bracket. They had to do it for 6 times. They fought 6 times or something, 7 times I think before they actually got a winner. So he did 3-1, reset the bracket, and then they had to do it again. He still won 3-1.
Yeah, here's the Kotaku article. Tekken 7 player wins the world champions with Panda ... of all characters.
Yeah. So I watched
That's
that.
awesome.
I watched that yesterday. It's a really good video to watch. It just teaches.
I
you
love
about
that. That's
where
hilarious.
it tells you where this dude grew up, where he trained. Because there is a place in South Korea that's really famous for training winners in Tekken.
Right.
It's closed now. It closed down last year. But they have every single trophy that anyone's won that used to train there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have it all on their walls. Like, the guys just go, here's the trophy from me winning.
That's sick.
Yeah, so, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Green Arcade or something. So yeah, it was just good to watch. I was like, oh, I didn't even know this happened. I'm not a massive fan of Tekken, but I know who the character
Me
is.
am I. Another my. I played like Tekken 4 a lot.
Yeah. See, you know
What's
who
that?
characters are. That's right.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are ones I don't know. Do you remember Gon,
Yeah.
the little dinosaur?
Yeah. So yeah, that was...
Yoshimitsu. You remember him?
Yeah, I remember. It was great. So yeah.
Yoshimitsu. He looks like a badass now.
So,
I just
yeah.
googled him. Like I remember from Tekken 4, but 7. There's
Now,
like he's got like tentacles and
it-
shit.
For your next photo, for the next guys, for your next podcast release on YouTube, if you don't have fucking Panda as one of the fucking pictures, I'm gonna be losing my shit. Cause you make.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely
I've
put
looked
Panda.
at your YouTube and you make pictures like for the video at the start. Like not the what are they called? Fucking
Thumbnails?
thumbnails. That's it. I've seen them.
Yes, I do. I
And
make custom thumbnails for every video.
And every time we've released a podcast on there, you've made a special one for that episode. Like what's in it.
I have indeed.
So when now if there's not a panda there,
There will be a panda. I'm gonna find the oh, I can't use that word. I'm gonna find the most flamboyant photo of panda that I can find.
oh god. You know panda's a chick, right?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, it's a female panda.
Wait a second. I just found something. Oh no, how do I send this? Copy an image. Here we go. Where's our chat? I want you to put this up.
You want me to put this up? Oh god, I'm not putting that up. No. I'm not putting that off. You can go without that. You guys don't need to see that. I will not corrupt your minds.
I put panda and it was like the fourth photo that came up.
You guys play World of Warships? I used to. I don't play World of Warships anymore.
I used to play the plain one.
The plain one. War Thunder.
Yeah, that.
That in VR is just fucked. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it.
Well, I used to play IL-2 Sturmovik. Have you ever played that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had like the flight stick and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And that was really fucking cool. And War Thunder is made by the same people who made IL-2. Like the people who made the technical part of it is the same, so you can still use it. Like it's pretty authentic as far as that shit goes. But the game itself is pretty kind of dull, so I got bored of it really fast.
Same.
Is World of Warships any good?
It's alright. It's just like warships versus warships. It gets good, and then just like after like an hour or something, I get really bored of it because it's just the same.
But isn't World of Tanks, World of Warships, and
next stop is in half an hour.
Is it really?
Yeah. Oh,
Holy shit, we've been going for like an hour and a half.
yeah, it's just Scarecrow, one of the long-time viewers, is showing up just asking when it was.
Scarecrow, if you were paying attention.
He was he was here at last stop.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Remember he was having the mic issues.
Oh, right. Yes. Oh, isn't he the one that fucking crashed the helicopter?
Yeah, he crashed the helicopter into power. He didn't crash it and blow it up, to clarify.
He got caught in the power lines.
Got caught on the power lines and just sat there like this on the power lines.
I remember that because he's like he made a big stink about trying to fly, and we were like, "Hey, fine, fuck," and then he got them stuck in power lines. And that was all I remembered. That was it.
If I could find
that was all I remembered.
I wish I could find the picture for it. I really do. It was a great
picture.
picture.
It's somewhere in the fucking Discord somewhere, but it's probably so deep it's not worth it.
I'm not even gonna go there. So
it's good grindy. You can install the American client and we can play from the start together. The American client? Why, is there more than one client?
yeah, so there's different like countries that you can play as.
Oh yeah, I was
well,
the Russians for the plain one.
Oh, the American client. Okay, there's different clients as in like there's Europe,
Like
Asia, Oceania.
that's a yikes though, because that would be shitty for us then, because your ping would be up the fucking ceiling, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I've played on American servers before, so it's okay.
Is that your excuse for why you just suck all the time?
Mate, I'll see how it is. See how it is.
I saw your PvP yesterday. I don't remember you killing a single pirate in Sea of Thieves. I don't think you killed one.
Actually, I knocked them off the ship until they fucking gave up.
I'm pretty sure
And
I rewatched.
I did a lot of damage to them.
You did a lot of damage to the ship? But
No,
of the
no, no,
5
no.
pirate kills,
I did
I got 5 of them. Thank you very
5
much.
pirates. We only had 3. We were
Yes.
going up against 3 pirates.
Right, but they jumped on a ship and then you got killed right away. 2 of them got on a ship, I killed them, and then when we looped back around at the dock, they were on the dock, I killed all 3 of them.
Yeah, but the one that I shot that was climbing on the boat, I remember this because I was sitting on the beach with the sniper rifle. I headshotted that motherfucker straight off the bat that was climbing up first. And
You did hit him, yes.
and then
Yeah.
you came in with a final swing and I was like, fucker stole my kill.
That's accurate. I'll give you that. Oh,
And
that is
plus,
true.
I
Because
did,
you knocked him off. You knocked him off, and he fell back in the water, and I jumped in the water and killed him.
yeah. And then the other 2 started swimming over. That was fucked because they just sat there waiting for us to fucking drop our shit.
For no reason. Like we didn't have shit. Like we were doing a quest. They can't take our quest box. They can't give it in because they didn't do the quest. Like it doesn't work that way. It's part of an adventure. So like there was no. I guess they were thinking that we also had a bunch of loot. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. So they tried. Yeah. So what happened was they sat. They. The cool part was doing that swing around the rock, and
That was sick.
What we did was harpoon our ship to a rock that was close, and spun our ship around the rock, and straight at their ship, and they were coming on like an angle like this. So this is ours, and we're coming. We went from like this to this around the rock. So we ran into them. One tried to jump on our ship and failed. Another one harpooned our ship, and I hit them with a ballast ball, and the ballast ball just puts a shitload of holes in their ship. And then I got knocked off. No, I got killed.
Yeah, you got killed when they hit us with like a cannon or something.
No, one of them got on board. I remember now. One of them got on board with a blunderbuss and killed me.
Yeah.
And then you knocked him off the ship, and then their ship ran aground onto one of the islands close by.
So good, so good.
And then, yeah, after that it was just lots of fun. One of them got on the island, and as I was trying to sell the shit for the quest, they killed me, and then they waited for us on the island until we got on the island.
And then we killed them because we're better than them.
Yeah.
Which is a testament because they had the angle on us, technically, before we expertly used the harpoon gun. They had the angle on us. There was 3 of them. They were on a brig, and we were in a sloop, and we fucking mucked them, sunk their ship, and killed all of them.
Yeah.
So they suck.
Yeah, and we did have treasure on board. We had a couple
Like
of chests.
we had like a captain's chest and a skull, like not worth the fight, you know?
Yeah. Plus, we were just trying to do the quest, not really trying. I forgot all about the stuff on our ship other than the quest stuff. Someone over here kept picking up fucking treasure maps. We're doing a quest, and this dude is just like, I found a message in a bottle. I found another message in a bottle. We had so many fucking messages in a bottle that Coop, I'm like sitting there like, dude, Coop, you can't go to bed until we do all these.
Yeah. Keep in mind that like once we actually finished killing the first skeleton captain, it was like 5 in the fucking morning. I'm like, I gotta go to bed. He's like, you picked up 9 of these messages in bottles. No, I think we're doing these. I'm like, no, I can't.
And then we sat around.
I can't do this.
And then we sat around for 20 minutes fishing.
Yeah, because I'm like, fine, I'll go fishing for a minute, and then we go fishing for a bit, and then afterwards when I'm checking the fucking recording of it, I'm like, dude, we were fishing for 23 minutes. What the fuck?
The other cool thing we didn't talk about on Sea of Thieves is the fact that they added cooking stations onto the ship, so you can cook.
They did
food.
indeed.
So you can cook any food. You can also get any food from nearly every animal.
Oh, and the merchants give more money for cooked fish than uncooked fish.
Yeah. So if you get, you just, as someone searching the island, you just have someone on the boat fishing, like.
Yeah.
And you'll get fish, you cook it, and then take it to the merchant. The sea dogs is what they're called. There's a special merchant you sell them to.
Yeah.
But other than that, did anyone enter that giveaway? No, they didn't.
I don't know.
No one did. So sadly, it looks like we're not giving away anything. So I'm going to close the giveaway because you all ran out of time. But
Entries have stopped for the giveaway. You can no longer enter.
Yep. We will do it again during the Arma 3 stream, I reckon. I reckon I will, just because no one entered this time. So we may as well put it in.
Well, it's also kind of hard because most of the people
already have Arma.
have it.
But
Yeah.
that's why I put in the whole, if you have them already, you can also just get $100 for Steam, like AUS,
Right.
which is $70 American. So if you have games that you wanted for Steam, you just ran out of time.
We're telling you about this thing you can't have.
Dude, your cat in the background. Look at its eyes.
Where is he?
His
Oh, I see him.
the light reflecting
Creepy
of
fuck.
your cat's eyes is just fucked. So yeah, I'll do the giveaway again during the Armor 3 stream. You'll be able to win either Armor 3 DLC Bundle 2, or just I'll buy you up a game on Steam for $100 AUS.
Yeah.
So that'll be during the Armor
Well-
3 stream. We've got to get ready for Armor 3. I actually want to get
Yeah,
that
that's what I was gonna
going.
say. You want to start winding down here?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna thank everyone who came during our Twitch stream. Thank you to Mad Buck, Reva, and Scarecrow, and I know Gory's there. Gory, you're in the background. I know you're there. Hi.
Oh, he's lurking.
Yeah, he's just lurking.
Shit.
He does that a lot, so I always thank you for coming, because I can see him there. Again, I'll be doing the giveaway during the Armor 3 stream, so if you want to still enter that, I'll put it up again. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. We both do. And then Cooper.
Yes, we do.
And then Cooper, you can complain about people from your YouTube channel not being here during the Twitch stream.
Did none of my people show up today?
I'm joking. You can do
Motherfuckers.
your outro.
Yeah, but none of those people did show up today. None of my goddamn fucking whatever. I mean, YouTube is the superior service, but yeah. So, if you guys enjoyed the stream and watched it, thanks for watching this. I know these are long and it's entertaining, or it can be time consuming. So thanks for coming to watch the video. If you see anything else on the channel you like, you can throw a like on there as well. It really helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. In the description down below, you're gonna find links to the Discord for the Underclock podcast. We're in there always just talking about stupid shit, as well as a link to Viking's Twitch channel if you want to watch him play other stuff. He's not as cool when I'm not around, but I mean, it's worth, I guess, a little bit of your time. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video, stream, and yeah.
And
that's it for us for today.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll be playing Armor in half an hour, so I'll be streaming Armor in half an hour.
And I will be there. So later, dudes.
Later, skaters.